Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a little update about my cirrhosis. So I'm just gonna try to go back to the beginning and kind of explain everything again. When I first found out that I had hepatitis, I was 16. I found out when I was pregnant with my first son. That doctor had told me that I had hepatitis. It wasn't affecting my liver. There's no cure for it. And this was back in 2001. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. And so I was 16. I didn't think to do any research on it, because there was obviously no cure at that time that we knew of. So I just let it go. From what my mom had told me was I was premature when I was born. So I needed blood transfusions. And I guess at that time, I don't know, maybe they didn't test it for hepatitis. That's where we think that I got it from, because my parents don't have it, my sisters don't have it. So it was just me. So from what I know is I got it when I was born. Now moving forward to last year, yes, I occasionally drank when we went out. Did I drink every day? Am I an alcoholic? No. I've never done any drugs, nothing whatsoever. But last August of 2020, my stomach started swelling up, my legs started swelling up, and my feet. And I noticed that it wasn't going away, and it was getting to the point where it was getting hard to breathe because my stomach felt so full all the time. And if you look at my last video, you'll see the pictures that I posted in there, how swollen my stomach was. And you can even see through my pajamas, like my legs, how swollen my legs were. It got to the point where I couldn't focus on anything. I was never comfortable, and I was very, very, very tired. So I just wanted to sleep all the time. I wasn't jaundiced or anything. Just the swelling, that was the only thing that wasn't normal. So then I couldn't take like the pain in my stomach and like the tightness and everything. I couldn't take that anymore. So I went to an urgent care, and this was all right after COVID hit. So I was like super scared, nervous, and I went, and the urgent care doctor said that I had ascites. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but that's pretty much when the fluid builds up in your body. They did a CT scan, and he said that I have cirrhosis, and he said it's pretty bad. He wanted to admit me into a hospital, and I said no, because that's when COVID had just hit, and I was scared to go to the hospital. So I came home, and I want to say maybe a few days to a week later, nothing changed. I think that doctor had prescribed furosemide, which is to help all the fluids in your body be released. Pretty much like you pee it all out. So it's like a water pill. So then I couldn't take it anymore. I went to the emergency room, and they said that it's really, really bad, and they admitted me. They switched my prescription from 20 milligrams furosemide to 40 milligrams. My blood pressure did go down in the hospital. I don't remember what it was, but they said that it can be due to the furosemide. They also switched my diet, so I pretty much couldn't have any meat, no seafood, and my salt intake had to stay under 1,800 milligrams a day. There, they also told me that I'm too young to have my liver at the state that it's in, and that I would need a liver transplant. Like, that scared the shit out of me. So I pretty much thought I was dying. Like, that's how I felt in the hospital. Gastrologist came in, and he said that he wanted to do an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. And I was scared because I've never done anything like that before. I've never been put under anything like that. So I was really scared to do any of that. And then they said that they wanted to drain the fluid because the furosemide wasn't, I guess, working fast enough. So I was terrified about that also, but my husband was with me the whole time I was in the hospital. So he went with me down to get the fluids drained, and that didn't hurt nearly as bad. And it was 3 or 3.5 liters. It could have been 3 liters of fluid that they took out of my stomach. It relieved so much pressure from my stomach. So after that, I felt really good. Like, you can actually see my stomach go down from how swollen and expanded it was. So that was a big relief. One thing I didn't like about the hospital stay was every doctor or social worker, I think that's what she was, they would come in and they would question me about drinking and drugs, and I would tell them, like, I'm not an alcoholic, and which I'm sure they probably hear all the time also. So I understand why they would ask, but it made me feel like they made me feel like I was just lying to them, because I didn't want to admit I was an alcoholic when I drank occasionally when we would go out. So it wasn't like an everyday thing, or I need alcohol to live. I need it every day, whatever. So, and like I said, I don't do any kind of drugs. I'm so afraid to even try anything. So after that, I went home and I had to get the colonoscopy and the endoscopy done with the gastrologist that was there at the hospital. So I went in for that procedure. Again, my family was with me, my sisters, my cousins, my aunts, my dad, my husband. They were all with me the whole time because of how scared I was. So anyway, I got that done and everything came out normal. I mean, I guess as good as it can be. There was no, nothing that they had to biopsy, nothing. So everything was good. After that, I had to work on getting the hepatitis medication to cure the hepatitis. So I went to a hepatologist. So I saw that doctor again. He made me feel like I was lying about everything, which I understand. I guess maybe the most common thing for cirrhosis is alcohol, but I don't like feeling like as if someone's trying to make me say I'm an alcoholic when I'm not, or that I do drugs or share needles when I don't. So anyway, he had mentioned that I would need a transplant, but then he said we need to try this medication first before we go down that route. We'll see if the medication works. So I said, okay. The medication is I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the generic version of Epclusa. So that is supposed to cure the hepatitis. So my doctor said I would need to be on that for a few months. We'll see if it cures the hepatitis. So of course, all this time I'm still working. So we run the medication through my insurance with the prior authorization. My insurance, which was the company that I worked for, denied the medication. I had to go back and forth with the authorizations department. And on top of this, I felt so helpless And I felt helpless. I felt helpless. I was depressed. I thought like this could possibly end my life, and at the same time I'm still trying to deal with working and trying to get the medication approved after it being denied. So then after going back and forth with them and the prior authorizations department, the medication finally got approved. So then I get back in touch with the pharmacy to get the medication delivered, and this had already been a few months. I got diagnosed in September, the beginning of September, and then this was already in January. So within that time span, like 4 months, I was trying to get the authorization approved from the insurance company. Finally, in January, it did get approved. I got my medication scheduled to be delivered, and then I was fired from my job. And this is after being on FMLA. So at this point now, for the Epclusa, or the generic version of it, they only give a 28-day supply at a time. And I was supposed to be on this medication for 6 months. I was supposed to be on this medication. I received the medication in January because I was terminated from my job in January. I lost my insurance at the end of January. So come February, I can't get my medication because now I don't have a job to pay for anything, and I don't have insurance. And my insurance, my husband's insurance, and my kids' insurance were through me because I worked for an insurance company. So now none of us have insurance anymore, and I don't have the means to get my medication. I called the pharmacy to see if there's any other way that I can get the medication, and he said, if you don't have insurance, the medication is a little over $10,000 for a 28-day supply, because it's a specialty medication which has to come from the specialty pharmacy. So that was even more of me going into a deeper hole of depression, not having a job, to feel like I'm already going through all of this stuff with my body that I don't know how to fix it. I really think I'm gonna die. And now I don't have a job. Now I feel like I can't help support my household. And it was just a lot came at me at once. And then on top of that, not being able to get the medication I need to help me in the long run. So every day I was back and forth on the phone with someone trying to see what I can do to get this medication. Thankfully, with my hepatologist's help and that doctor's office, and I don't know who they work with, but thankfully they were able to get the manufacturer to give me the 6-month supply, or now 5-month supply of the medication for free. So now that was again in January, and I would get my lab work done once, I think it was once a month, and then closer to the end it was every 2 weeks. And so again, my doctor's office helped with that also. They took care of all of the fees for the lab work. Like, I couldn't have done it. I'm so grateful for that. So I would get my lab work done, and my numbers started getting better. And then in July, that's when I finished the last dose of the medication. So then my doctor said, we're gonna wait until October, and then we'll do blood work again to see if it's completely cured the hepatitis. So I did get the lab work done. That's where I'm at today. I haven't received a call from my doctor's office to get the results, and that's what I'm waiting on. But I know a lot of you guys have been asking in the comments to do an update, and you guys have been asking how I've been. And I mean, I feel much better. I feel like my body's back to normal. There's absolutely no swelling. While I was on the Epclusa, I was able to stop taking my furosemide because I'm assuming the Epclusa was helping my liver heal from the hepatitis, which was causing the cirrhosis. So I didn't have to take the furosemide anymore. I actually still have some of the pills because I don't need them. My body weight went back up. I think right now I'm at 140 pounds, so, which I could probably lose a couple pounds, but that's where I'm at right now. So I feel great. I feel back to normal. So now I'm just waiting on the results for to see if the hepatitis is cured. I know I'm still gonna have the scarring on my liver, but then I just have to take it day by day and try to still eat good. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know about cirrhosis or what can harm your liver even more. And I'm actually learning a lot through all the comments that you guys have been sending me. So that's where I'm at. I'm still not working as much as everybody says, like, so many people are hiring. I still haven't got a call back, and I've been applying to places since January. So now I just make my shirts on the side. If you came here from TikTok, you've seen like the shirts that I've made and stuff. So that's just what I'm doing in the meantime until I find a job. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So far, my health is much better, and just waiting for my doctor to call with the results. And then once they do call, I'll do another update to let you guys know if things have changed for the better, and I'll let you guys know exactly what they tell me. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for your interest and getting so many well wishes. So thank you all so much for your support. Thank you guys for actually caring and wanting to know more. I know there's a lot that I still don't know about cirrhosis and how you can, I guess, maintain it. But I'm learning from you guys. So thank you guys so much. Like, it really means a lot to me. I'll continue posting once I get more updates. So again, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.